Stars. I am Sarah B. And this is Just Be Tarot. Thank you for hanging out. This piece of hair has been sticking out in more readings. It's like I can't get it under control. It's like has a life of its own. Anywho, welcome to my channel. Make yourself at home. And I hope that you have had a great weekend. As you may know, I start with pulling cards for the overall energy, for the collective, for the week. And then I move on to questions in the chat. So I'm shuffling for the first oracle deck that I'm going to use for the overall energy. Okay, so we have woman holding a heart. The number 44. So 44 might mean something to you. 44. We have hostilities. Oh boy, well that's interesting to come out together. A woman holding a heart and hostilities. You might be in a conflict with somebody that you really care about. Somebody might be, I just have like, trying to become more vulnerable in your presence. You may have had a conversation about maybe letting their guard down or communication. Because this person really wants to get to know you. But it seems like, you know, every time you try to get to know them on a grander scale, it's like you feel like it's pulling teeth or like they are combative. I do feel like they are working on addressing the situation. You know, this could be years of keeping their guard up because of trauma. So I feel like they're working on it. They're trying to address the situation. And, you know, they know how much you care about them. And, you know, you just want to be there for them. You want to try to connect on a, like I said, a grander scale is the phrase I heard. Let's see what else comes out. So I do feel like there's somebody, you know, is trying to work through something. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be in this, you know, it's energies here. It's not gender. So it could work either way. Let's see what else Spirit has to say regarding, thank you, the overall energy for this week coming in. We have Angel of Balance. It's like you want to make everybody happy. You want to soothe a situation, is the phrase I just heard. Soothe a situation. You just want everybody to be happy. You want everybody to get along, to care about each other. But we are human. That's not going to happen anytime soon. It would be lovely if it did. We pray every day for it. But this is about balance. This could be you trying to balance your life a little bit, trying to put things in the right priority. Maybe you have been slipping up on that. Maybe you've been putting people, places, or things in priority over what really matters to you or what's actually nourishing your life. So just keep an eye on that over the week. You know, maybe it's for you to recognize what you are putting in, you know, as a prioritizing, what you are trying to accomplish by this. Okay, let's see if there's anything else from this deck. Thank you. Oh, the third eye. We have the sixth chakra, Archangel Metatron. Now, Archangel Metatron is the only angel that was actual, or the only archangel that was actually a human at one point. This card is about developing your third eye and being able to be insightful and visualize and connecting and opening that portal, that chakra, so you can have more insight to what you need to know, to what spirit is trying to tell you, to your path and your journey. So, opening your third eye is something that's going to be important this week. There's something that spirit wants to tell you, and you're going to need to open this pineal gland so you can understand the messages that are coming in for you. Messages. Okay, let's see. Oh my gosh. All right, let's see what else we have here. Thank you so much for joining me. I am Sarah B, and this is Just Be Tarot. Right now I'm doing the collective reading and overall energy for this week coming in. After I get through all of the oracle decks and pulling cards for the overall energy, I will visit the chat and go in order and answer questions for you guys by pulling 2 cards per question. Sometimes 1, sometimes more, depending on what comes out. I don't answer questions regarding health or pregnancy. I don't really yes or no questions. Try to make sure they're not in the form of a yes or no answer. It's really helpful to me, so I don't have to reword it, so I can get through the reading or the questions more quickly and get more questions in. If they're worded correctly, then I don't have to rethink it. All right, Spirit, what do we have from this deck for the collective? What do they need to know for this week? Now, these readings are timeless, so whenever you're coming across this reading, it was meant for you. Something in the reading doesn't mean every message is going to be for you, but there's something in the reading that drew you here. So let's see what else, Spirit, for the collective. Thank you. There's something that you need to be mindful of approaching. We have this card of proceeding softly. My inner power grows in moments of quietude. There's something that you need to be mindful of approaching, or how you're going to approach this situation. So be careful. There's something that's going on in your energy that needs to be handled delicately. This could be news that you're giving, or maybe maybe something that you have to set up. I don't know what that means. Renewing your life. Getting rid of the clutter. Radiant vitality is filling my life. It's funny that this comes in because it was so cold here in my area this past weekend that I, have been spring cleaning, getting rid of old things, emptying my closets, figuring out what I can get rid of. So And I was like, oh, it's so early to do that. But you know, apparently I'm right on time. Renewing your life. You know, and even that kind of energy, maybe we need to proceed softly with that. Watch what you're throwing away. Watch what you are, um, you know, even with people, places, and situations. Watch how you handle things. You know, detaching with love. So this could be for you, not just getting rid of material things, but having mental clarity as well, tying into this third eye chakra here. Letting go. Again, achieving mental clarity by letting go of things that you have no control of. If you've done what you can, if you've taken every route, you've solved every problem there is to be solved, then you have to relinquish control and let the universe fill in the rest. Not to manipulate or figure out how you want things to go, but of just letting go and going with the flow. The universe has your best life in mind. So you have to relinquish control. And be mindful of how you're doing it this week. So it's not only about letting go, but it's about gently letting go of things. Maybe like when you're going through things or reminiscing about people, yeah, you're going to take a minute and, you know, think about the memories that you've had with them, or, you know, oh, I remember this trinket from when when so and so gave it to me. And maybe, you know, it's time to pass it along. Like taking that second and being mindful, proceeding with slowness. All right, what else do we have? Oh, I wanted to try this one for you guys. I've been using this in my channel Tuesday readings. I hope you guys have caught them. Please, this one's going to come out tomorrow, so make sure you hit that notification bell for when it posts. It's channeled readings for the collective for past, present, and it's recent, past, present, and near future. So make sure you're checking that out. That's going to be out every Tuesday. Channeled reading for you guys. Okay, we have it's never truly the end. Beloved, in this, everything will be okay. So when something ends, something else begins. Something else is going to start. Something else that was meant to be. What else, Spirit, from this deck, please? Thank you. Do what you need to do. It may be difficult, but now is the time. So even though it might be hard, again, addressing that, proceed softly. Oof, I just dropped it. Where did that go? Here. I feel like there's a certain way to handle things this week. And it's really with mindfulness. Like, do what you need to do. Like, don't back down. But just be mindful of how you're doing it. What's the intention? with how you are going about handling things in your life. I was just told to look at the bottom. Say yes. All right. Now is the time to be open and receive. Again, going with the flow. Be open. I love how this whole reading is completely tying together. Saying yes to something. Letting your guard down. Here we have this, like, what the first message was letting your guard down. It's time to take that armor off and let people in. Somebody wants to know more about you. Somebody wants to connect with you on a deeper level. And it's like, this is keeping that open mind and receive that. Okay, so let's move on to this one. All right, so I am Sarah B, and this is Just Be Tarot. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. So right now I'm still doing the overall energy for the collective for this incoming week. And once I am through all the oracle decks, I will go back up into the chat and start pulling 2 cards for every question. Now, sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more, depending on, you know, what comes out. So I have a couple more decks to get through, and then I will be moving on to the chat and pulling cards for you guys. So bear with me a few more minutes. It says, these are messages from Spirit. Do something to help the environment. Maybe I love to upcycle, and that's my jam. Not get it like, you know, just reusing things, or, you know, trying to figure out, because I love crafts. So just to figure out, what can I build from this thing that I don't want it to sit in a landfill for hundreds of years. So what can I do to reuse it? I'm constantly crafting, constantly making something, building something. I love it. So it's like, if it's just something along those lines, helping the environment in some way, shape, or form. We have volunteer. Now, that doesn't mean you have to, you know, that could just be volunteering your time and helping somebody. Maybe somebody needs you as a safe place, and you're just willing to sit there and listen to them while they, you know, while they're just safe in your energy, depending on what they want. But you are giving of your time and energy. Maybe that, I mean, if volunteering is a wide open thing. Yes, you can go to a soup kitchen and volunteer there, or a hospital, or something along those lines. But volunteering is a big escape that you can fill in with almost anything. Giving of your time, anything or anybody you're giving your time to, willingly, without expecting anything in return, that's volunteering. Maybe you're helping somebody move this weekend. Maybe you're helping them get their house in order, or spring cleaning like I have been doing. What else from this deck, Spirit? take one step towards your goals today. Even a baby step is a step. The tiniest step could be huge for you. That's letting the universe knowing, like telling the universe, I'm serious about this. I see my goals and I want to maintain and work on them. It's letting the universe know that you're serious and you want what you want and you're going to work towards it. Spend time with a pet. It's very soothing energy, healing energy. Maybe you want to volunteer at a at a pet shelter. Okay, so let's move on to this one, the hidden truth. Let's see what comes out here. And this is going to resonate differently for everybody, these messages coming on through. So take what resonates and leave the rest. They're not all going to resonate. All right, Spirit, what messages do we have for the collective from their person or people? What messages? Thank you. What messages for the collective, for their person or people? Thank you. Okay, I am grateful for the spiritual lesson. I hid who I really am from you. I bury myself in work to forget you. And I couldn't let you get close to me. Again with that armor. First thing. Being adaptable. Somebody wants to get to know you on a deeper level. Some people are going through trauma and it's hard for people to let anybody get close to them. All right, let's see what's going on with this one. Spirit, what are the messages in this? Thank you. Messages for the collective. Thank you. Okay, so we have soulmates, soul connection, partnership agreement, soul contract. And we also have a mirror. So that's almost like it could be you guys are mirror of each other. Mirroring each other, self-image, relationships reflect our wounds, introspection. So that's almost like soulmate energy and twin flame energy. Completely different energies, but and often confused energies. Soulmate is not the same as a twin flame. We have heart with a key, welcoming love. Say keeping your say yes. Keeping your heart open. Meeting the one, open your heart, getting together, perfect. And we have abundance. Keep a positive mindset. Manifest. Exactly what you want. Gratitude. Bliss. Good things are coming in for you. You got to keep that energy high, though. Keep a positive mindset. Keep that energy high. It's really important that your vibration is high so that energy comes right back to you. Okay, so I think that's all we're going to do today. And then we're going to move on to your questions. Okay, so once again, I am Sarah B, and this is Just Be Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for hanging out and for your energy. Thank you for clicking on like and subscribing to my channel, and also hitting that notification bell. That'll let you know when I'm going live and posting new readings. Tomorrow, I will be posting a new reading. It's my new Tuesday post that'll be hopefully on Tuesdays going forward. It is the recent, past, present, and near future readings. It's a channeled reading, channel messages for you guys. So keep an eye out for that, and I would love you to tune into that and give it a good old like and comment, if you will. It does help my channel grow, so it is appreciated. And so right now I am going to scroll up to the tippy top of the chat and read the questions in the order that they are received. There's no need to ask a question more than once. I will get to it in time. I don't ask health questions. I don't answer health questions, rather, and I don't answer about pregnancies. I am not a doctor. I am not a medical professional. And so I can't really be responsible for any of that. I also would prefer you to not ask yes or no questions, meaning ask the questions, but phrase them in the form of a question that's not, doesn't have a yes or no answer. Yeah, I think that's it. So I pull 2 cards for the questions, sometimes 1, sometimes more, depending on what comes out. If I'm guided to clarify, then I will. Otherwise, I keep on moving. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Hello to everybody that says hi. We have Renew. 9686 says hi. Starry Night says hi. How are you? I'm doing well. Thank you. Great start to the week. Thank you for asking. Renew jumps in with a what message Spirit has for me? Spirit, what message do we have for Renew for this week? What's in Renew's energy for this upcoming week? Thank you. What messages for Renew for this upcoming week, please? Messages for, thank you. Ugh, these always end up on the floor. Okay, so we have the 7 of Wands here. I'm going to push this in a little bit more. And I'm going to light more incense while I'm up here. Bear with me a second. Okay, so sorry, Renew. Okay, so we have the 7 of Wands in reverse. Again, with this, letting down your defenses. Maybe you've been guarded in some way, shape, or form. It looks like you're sitting in some stagnant energy, maybe because you are guarded. Something is not moving for you or progressing forward the way you would like. I feel like you were given an opportunity and you haven't moved forward with it, or you decided not to. Maybe because you thought it was unfair. But I do see that there is some kind of halt to progression here. So you might want to identify what that is. All right, so we have Scorpio 1180. Hello. Things are rough right now. What is the energy around things changing for the better? What is the energy surrounding Scorpio and things looking brighter? I feel like you're not... You're starting to... Well, I'm seeing let go. First of all, is the first card that came out. Let go. So there's things that you need to let go of. I do see that you might be thinking irrationally about certain people, places, or things. And we have the Hermit in reverse. Which usually says to me, it's time to get out and about. But this, I'm hearing, you haven't been following your light, your North Star, your goals, your dreams. You might have put something or postponed a dream or desire that you had. This could be an indication that you need to get back on path and follow that path more rigidly. Because I feel right now your mind is all over the place. It's almost like you're feeling like you don't have a direction. But you have to let go of the things that aren't making you bloom, that aren't making you grow. So you can think more clearly and find that North Star that's in all of us, that contains your beliefs, your integrity, your dreams, your desires, and then follow that. Thank you, Scorpio. Starry Night asks, why is Joseph confused that he has feelings for me? What's the energy surrounding Joseph? Why is he confused that he has feelings for Starry? He might not see that there's any growth there. Maybe he doesn't see a future, or he's having trouble seeing a future there. Could this have something to do with children? Maybe he wants children and you don't, or vice versa. We have the Empress in reverse. The Empress has a lot to do with pregnancy and rebirth. So this could be that, maybe you don't want any more kids, or they don't want any more kids and you do. I don't know if that's been a conversation, but that could be something that's going on. Or maybe you're going to have that conversation. They do feel safe with you. You're a huge healing energy for them, but for some reason, like, with this Empress in reverse, I feel like they don't think that there's any growth or there's a stagnancy. They also might feel like they're not good enough for you. Like if they see you in this Empress energy, which is divine feminine energy, the most divine feminine energy in the deck. So if they see you as divine feminine energy, they might feel like they're not good enough for you because it's in the reverse. So it could just be self-esteem. Okay, thank you, Starry Night. Okay, so Starry Night asks again, if I message Joseph, would he reply and be willing to meet? Spirit, regarding Joseph, what's the energy of... I think that opportunity has gone. We have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. And we have the, I think there's other options that he's looking at. With the Seven of Cups. Thank you, Starry. Lady A says, hi, B. Now I'm bumping into this chair. Hello, Lady A. 5454. I hope you guys are well. Starry Night asks, will Daksha, the hygienist, do a good job? Will Daksha, the hygienist, do a good job? What's the energy regarding Daksha? Remember, yes or no questions, if you can reword them. So the answer isn't yes or no. It saves time for me having to rephrase the question. Will Daksha, the hygienist, do a good job? We have the Three of Wands. I feel like you might be waiting a while in this situation. We have the Six of Pentacles, which kind of gives me the energy of, you know, they're just going to do their job. It's not, maybe they always do a good job. It's not like it's good or bad. They just do their job to the best of their capability. So they always do a good job. Hello, Hera. Hera.Shami says, hey, B. Hello, Hera. Lady A says, hope you're doing nice to see you. Thank you. It's nice to see you guys too. I appreciate you. Okay, so Lady A would like a general energy reading for the month. For the month? It's only a 2-card pull. Okay, so what is in Lady A's energy currently? Thank you. There's a lot of attention being given to you, or it's going to be given to you this month. I feel like you're being, oh, you have something coming towards you. We have the Queen of Wands energy. Okay, and we have the Chariot. Something is coming towards you quickly. You're being paid a lot of attention to. You might not even realize it, but there's certain charisma or something about you is drawing people into your energy this week. Now we do have the Hierophant. So I feel like this might be an energy of seeking advice or learning something. I feel like this could be news coming in. Maybe about somebody you know. Because we also have the Hierophant and the Five of Pentacles. And I'm just hearing like there might be news coming in. Not bad news, but maybe somebody had like is healing from something. Somebody might be getting over a cold or is like there's respite of some kind. They're resting. Maybe they broke their leg, or not saying that they are going to, but there's some kind of somebody's resting and healing. It's a healing energy. But I feel like somebody's going to let you know, like, oh, did you hear so and so? And then they're going to give you this news. So keep an eye out for that. But for the most part, you are getting a lot of attention and you have really good energy coming towards you. So be on the lookout for that as well. Starry Night says, will I find a better course than the one I'm signing up for? Come on. Ooh. That was a blockage. Let's try that again. There we go. Okay, will I find a better course than the one I'm signing up for? What is the energy regarding this course that Starry signed up for? What is the energy there, Spirit? Thank you. It's going to be a good thing for you if you take it seriously. We have the King of Swords and the Six of Swords. I'm hearing that you're going to learn a lot. If you take this seriously. I feel like you're going to feel like your rough times are getting easier, or it could be like meditative in a way. I don't know what kind of course this is, but I feel like this is going to be something that is meditative, or it's mentally calming. Like maybe it's like ASMR or something involved with that. Will this fitness course? Oh, it's a fitness course. Be good for my financial future. Okay, well, that makes sense with it being good for you mentally. That could be the breath work. With fitness, concentrating on your breath and movement is often meditative. So the next question is, will this fitness course be good for my financial future? I don't know about that, but it is going to get you moving. This is all swords, so I'm feeling like there's a lot to learn here. Concentrate on details and messages coming in for you. There could be messages like when you're taking the course that you're receiving through spirit. Like pay attention to words, phrases, things that you're reading. There's going to be messages throughout this course that are meant for you. Thank you, Starry. Hera Shashmi says, please check in my energy and who will be my spouse. How would I know that? If it's not going to happen in the near future, then I can't tell. Here, what is in Hera's energy? What is in Hera's energy right now, currently? What is in Hera's energy currently? What is in Hera's energy? You are meant to work on yourself, gain independence. I don't know if you're living by yourself or if, but this is about working on yourself. Maybe you're trying to gain self-confidence, you're trying to be more independent, but that is what you're being called to do. I can tell you that your spouse might have this King of Swords energy. And there's going to be a lot of work. You're going to have to put in a lot of work. All right. Thank you, Hera. Scorpio 1180 asks, thank you for liking. I appreciate all of that. Every little detail matters, so thank you for all of it. Thank you for clicking on like, hitting that notification bell, subscribing. It really all matters. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Even interacting with the chat is helpful. So I appreciate it all. You have no idea. All right. So Scorpio asks, like to and thank you for your advice. You're welcome. Can I ask what advice does Spirit have for me? What general advice does Spirit have for Scorpio? General advice. Now the Nine of Pentacles came out again, giving an indication of growth, independent growth, working hard, setting goals for yourself is what I just heard. Independence, setting goals for yourself. So we can be happy. Now, I feel like this might be disconnecting from some people. And I feel like it's been hard for you to disconnect from some people. I feel like you don't like when I tell you that. It's hard. It's a hard thing. But there are some people in your life that aren't serving you right now, and I think you know that. Doesn't make it easy to disconnect, though. So you are being called to walk away and go for your goals. Those people are still going to be there when you're done working on yourself and getting what you desire out of your life. And if they're not still there, then they weren't meant to be. But you have to focus on what makes you happy. And your wants and needs. Thank you, Scorpio. Jasmine says this. Okay. I don't know what that means. Okay. Harashash Shami says, whoa, I wanted to know about my energy and you're doing a collective reading. Reading energy. Harashashmi says, you're so calm. I like it. This channel's so smooth, no rush and respectful. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I want people to feel like this is a safe place and I try to connect with you guys the best that I can and give you the readings that you're meant to receive, not the readings that are just easy like that. Now, sometimes they are easy, but a lot of the times there's more to say than just yes or no. Um, so it's important that I connect with you guys on that level and that I give you, like, sometimes it's not always good news. Sometimes it's heartbreaking for me to deliver the news, but at least you're going to get the truth in every read. So thank you for saying that. I do appreciate that. Lady A says, the guy I'm dating is going through much right now, but I feel it's stressing our relationship. Is it worth being patient with him? Okay, Lady A wants to know about her relationship, her current relationship. What is the energy there in this relationship that she's currently in? What is the energy there about this relationship? Okay. I do feel like it's a strong relationship. So I do see that we have the Star card. Spirit, tell me, is it worth Lady A's patience? Yes. We have the Five of Wands in the reverse. So while it might be chaotic right now, it's going to settle down. Nothing lasts. Not that chaotic energy, that energy of going through a lot is not going to last. It's always going to fluctuate. And then hopefully, if you're going through something, he'll be there for you. But I do feel like this is a solid relationship. This is something that you dreamed of, and something that you're willing to work on. You are trying to create. See, it's like you're creating the alchemy you need to make things work out. You're trying to create exactly whatever it takes for things to come together for you guys. So it is going to smooth over. You just have to have patience. Thank you, Lady A. Dahlia Boo, what is good with you? Long time no see. Thank you so much. What caused so much mental turmoil? What is causing Dahlia Boo so much mental turmoil? What is in her energy, Spirit? Oh. There is something that you're hanging on to that you need to release. If this couldn't be more accurate, like, look at that. Something needs to be released. You're holding on to something, you feel chained to something. This could be a habit, this could be a person, depending on the situation. But this person or place or thing has you. It has you. And until you recognize what that is, and you have to do it yourself. Like, you have to be introspective about it. You have to be reflective about it. And realize what has me stuck in this cycle? Why can't I move forward? Why am I in my head? What is preventing me from escaping this mental prison. You have to be reflective. You have to, there's nothing that anybody else can do to repair that. But you, like, you have to take the load from yourself. But I do see immediately this came out. So I do see you are weighed down. It's a heavy weight you're carrying right now. And I do feel for you. Sending out positive energy to you, Dahlia Boo. Thank you. Hector Galvin says, hi. Hello. Lady A says, what should be my focus for this time coming? Okay, Lady A wants to know, what should she focus on? What should be Lady A's focus right now? What should be Lady A's focus right now? Shuffling for Lady A. Lady A's focus. What's coming into her energy? What does she need to focus on, Spirit? What is it that Lady A needs to focus on? Thank you. I just heard the word whimsy. That word's been coming out a lot this week. Whimsy. Being childlike. Being ready to... being passionate. Letting down your hair. Spontaneity. We have the Page of Wands and the Ace of Wands. So this is like, it could be, you know, physical passion. It could be a passion for something you have an interest in. This could be, you know, maybe spontaneously doing something or going somewhere or starting a hobby or making a big decision. Maybe you're booking a trip. But this is just about remembering who you were once upon a time and letting that person come out just for a little bit. And it's going to, I just heard discovery. You're going to discover and remember things about yourself that you have forgotten. That's if you choose to do it. Okay, so Sarah 19S4K says, hey. Hello, Sarah. What a fabulous name you have. Let me just light some more incense. All right, so Sarah, sorry about that. Okay, Sarah says, hey, and then she says, does Kay really want to see me today? I already heard before I even pulled a card, oh, hell yeah. So, there's that, even before I pulled a card. So that's like, I feel like somebody's pretty excited to see you. Kay really wants to see you. That's funny. Thank you, Spirit, for that quick reply. You feel like you've been disconnected, so it had you worried. But I do feel like once you see them, you are going to feel like you don't have anything to worry about. What would she like to tell me but is afraid to? Hmm. Okay, what does K need to tell Sarah 19S4K? What does K want to reveal to Sarah? What does K want to reveal to Sarah? Okay, they might either tell you that you have been not paying enough attention, or maybe they haven't been paying enough attention, or they're distracted by something right now, might not have enough to give you. I feel like there's confusion. They're confused about something. I feel like they don't see that something is moving forward, something's halted. So they might feel like there's a stagnant energy between you guys. Thank you, Sarah. Diva1111 says, hi, new subscriber. Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate you. Of course you can ask a reading question, Diva1111. In the meantime, I have Lynn Carlson. Lynn Carlson 5477. Hi from Sweden. Well, thank you. Hello. Thank you for tuning in. HRJ says hello. Hi. Lynn Carlson says, when will I get a job? Been unemployed now for 6 months and it's getting tough. What is the energy of Lynn getting a job? Okay, so you have to get out of your head. There's opportunity. Are you missing opportunities? You have to get out of your head. You're very in your head. You're overthinking. You have the skills. And I feel like you know what you're doing with this page. It's not like this is new. So whatever career path you're choosing, I feel like you've been doing it for a little while. We have the King of Wands energy, which means you're being noticed. The King of Wands has a lot of charisma, charming, smart. So maybe I obviously don't know your personality, but maybe if you're not, or you feel like you're like an introvert, maybe you're needing to step up your game to step into the King of Wands shoes, because this energy is within you. Like, you have this in you. You just have to bring it to the surface. Yeah, I feel like you are. I feel like it's right around the corner for you. You have everything you need to, but you just have to not overthink. Don't overthink. And have more confidence in yourself. But as far as when, I can't really tell when because I believe in divine timing. So, unless I hear something in when I'm doing the reading, I don't really know when, but I do feel like it's coming in. Not too much longer now. Diva 1111 says, "Hello, is this a collective?" Oh, it was. You must have messaged when I was doing the collective reading. But now I'm answering questions. Simran says, "Hi, may I know what's ahead coming in my job front? I declined an interview as it didn't sound solid and promising." Simran is wondering about a job as well. What is going on with Simran's career? Okay, I do have you're going to have to make a decision here. Like, you might be offered, or I'm sorry, you might have offers coming in for you, but like you said, they're not going to look as promising as you want. I feel like they might kind of be like lower expectations as far as salary. They're not going to give you what you want. Um and it is causing a lot of hard time, but you're getting through. You're maintaining things, but it is a struggle here. But you're right not to settle because I feel like you're getting that a lot. People are coming in and not seeing that you're a quality person and you aren't a knight. You're coming in as a king and they're treating you as a knight. So I do feel like you're making the right decision here. Pran ETA says, "Hi Sarah, how's it going?" Good, thank you so much. I hope you are well. Pran ETA says, "Please tell me what energies can I work with this week to make the best of my time." Okay, Pran wants to know what energy she needs to work with this week. What are the energies that Pran needs to work with this week, Spirit? Energies that Pran needs to work with this week. That's going to be the best use of her time. Energies that Pran ETA needs to work with. Energies. We're getting the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. You have to have patience. Whatever this is you are manifesting, you're not having enough patience. You're not putting enough trust into your higher power. So you're really going to have to, the energy that you're needing to work on is patience, trusting. Trusting the universe. Yeah, see, you're not putting enough trust in. Working on yourself as well. Because for your dreams to come true, you have to put in and alchemize it for it to happen. You have to do the work. But right now, we have this card in reverse. So you have to put in the work for what you want to manifest. Pran says, "What is Z feeling about me currently?" What is Z feeling about Pran currently? We have the moon. So feminine energy, changes. Spirit, what else goes with this moon card? Ooh, big changes coming in. Z is thinking something life-changing here. That's what they're feeling about you. Maybe you've changed their life. Maybe they're going to reveal something to you. Or maybe they have a secret they're hiding from you that's going to change your life. Starry says that volunteering card comes up a lot. You know what? I agree, and I think that's because since we're so empathetic, we're all of service to people. And I feel like it's something that comes up because we give our service so readily to anybody who's willing to ask for help. I feel like we're all a bunch of empaths and healers that are like chomping at the bit to help anybody that we can. Pran ETA says, how is C doing, please? How is C doing? C is healing, finding healing somewhere, connecting with people, finally healing, finally in from the cold is what I'm getting. Not being left out. I don't know if that makes sense to you. Pran ETA says, any messages from H? Any messages from H for Pran? Any messages from H for Pran? They are seeking enlightenment. They're trying to see things from a different level, a different way. They're trying to keep their mind open. And has A been thinking of me? Has A been thinking of Pran? A been thinking of Pran? Has A been thinking of Pran, Spirit? Thank you. I feel like A has anxiety here. I feel like you're going to be coming together with A. Maybe you guys were separated for a while. Maybe you're going to run in together, or there's like some kind of plan to get together. But there's anxiety here from him. Pran says, I was feeling sad today and wondering why do most people do not seem to like me? Oh, I doubt that's true. Is something wrong or misaligned with my energy? Spirit, Pran ETA wants to know why people don't like her. Is that true? Why, Spirit, why does Pran feel like people don't like her? Okay, so We have the Three of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Now, let me tell you something about the Queen of Wands energy and also the King of Wands. Okay, while I love the Queen of Wands, I think they're badass energies. King and Queen of Wands are my favorite. Um, they can be, because they are charismatic, because they are good looking on the in and out, because they're smart and can carry a good conversation about anything. So they're social. They can pull back. They really are just spot on all the time. People want to be in their energy. Um, Radiant. They're very radiant. But because of all of this energy, some people don't know how to use it correctly, and it can also oftentimes be used to manipulate people. So sometimes people can might see you as being manipulative because of your charisma, because of your outspokenness, because of your zest and zeal for life. People might think that you're trying to manipulate a situation or manipulate people, because they can, because people are so attracted to their energy, they tend to fall and, you know, um, you know, give into King and the Queen of Wands a lot. So they sometimes play people because they know they can. So maybe this is has something to do with that. They maybe some people see you, and I'm not saying all the time, but maybe you can be manipulative at times, and they um can sense that. But I do feel like, it's definitely, I mean, I feel like this is something that you have a lot of passion, so maybe you get excited easily, and it might be overwhelming to some people. What was your next question? Is something wrong or misaligned with my energy? Is something wrong or misaligned? I do feel like you're working on changing. Um, I do feel like you need to continue to work on changing for the better, making certain life choices that are beneficial to you, letting go of previous energies, being open minded to changing. Yep. And that's going to take you from rough to calmer waters if you're willing to make these changes. S. Meta says, "Hi, B. Hello, how are you?" Starry Night says, "Some people are just shitty." That's true. That is true. Amen, Starry Night. Some people are just shitty. Oh my gosh, that's the best quote that I've heard in a long time, but it's true. It's absolutely true. And then there's some people who are just shitty. Oh my gosh, this is why I love you guys. Honesty. Okay, so S. Metha says, "Is action being planned by Uncle Shahi's friends to question his 3-month suspension at our local club?" Okay, so is there action being planned by Uncle Shashi's friends? What is going on with this Uncle Shashi's friends and this suspension? What is the energy there? What's the energy there with Uncle Sashi and his friends? I'm feeling like there's a disconnection with him and his friends. I do feel like they might start planning something, but I don't think it's started yet because we have the Page of Swords. So I don't think it has the plan any kind of plan has been started yet, but I feel like they're starting to see the details or getting their ducks in a row, but nothing's been planned yet. But of course Spirit says, I love you, Spirit, so much. The universe. Divine timing. Trust the universe. um they need to trust the universe is the the message that I'm getting from Spirit. But in all seriousness, I don't see that they started doing anything just yet. But I do feel like the thought process is there. Shamanta, number 1. Hi, dear. What's coming for me in career? Shamanta is asking, what is coming in for them in career? Thank you. I feel like you're going to be working with a team, maybe leading a team. With this 3 of Pentacles. What else about this, Spirit? Thank you. That you've been waiting for something or putting off something, but it's going to, the fact that you put it off or have been waiting and holding out for the right career decision is going to be good for you. Yeah, I feel like you've been holding off on like finalizing something or going ahead with something that you're going to be glad you waited. It's going to be beneficial to you. Prawn says, thank you, Starry Night. Aww. Shamanta, will I go foreign for career? Go foreign. I don't see that you're going to go foreign, whatever that means. I'm assuming that means leave your country. You're not going to. But it is going to be something new for you. Okay. Helga BJ3472. Will me and S end up in a relationship? Will Helga and S end up in a relationship? Will Helga and S end up in a relationship? What is the energy there between Helga and S? Asking for Helga. What is the energy there, Spirit, between Helga and S? Will they end up in a relationship? Thank you. Let's see. Don't take them back. We have the Judgment in reverse. They're going to want to come back to you. See, I'm getting the Judgment card in reverse, which is like, don't take them back. Have they changed? And we have they calm you. I have to clear this. Spirit's saying clear the Judgment. Spirit, what do you mean by this Judgment in reverse? Judgment in reverse. I'm clearing for Helga. Judgment in reverse again. Don't take them back. If you don't take them back, then it's going to be soothing for you. It doesn't seem like it in the end. But you not taking them back is going to open a path for you that you don't see yet. So you're being advised to, even if this person wants a relationship, to not go forward with it. Both judgments in reverse. S. Methda asks, what action are Uncle Shashi's friends planning? Changing from yes to no. From yes to no. What action are Uncle Shashi's friends planning to question his 3-month suspension? What action are Uncle Shashi's friends planning to question? What actions are Uncle Shashi's? What's the energy there? What are his friends up to? What are his friends up to regarding his suspension from the club? What are the energies coming in for this suspension? What's the energy there, Spirit? Thank you. What do we need to know? King of Pentacles in reverse. Look, there's going to be a money loss. And again, trust the universe. But there is going to be a money loss here with this King of Pentacles. No, that could be your uncle. That could be the club. Because, I mean, if him and his friends aren't going to be in the club, that could be a lot of money loss for them. But in this situation, we're being guided to trust the universe that things are working out the way they're meant to. Taylor Moran says hi. Hello, Taylor. Southern Girl Jareel says, hello, is there any hope Joshua wants to communicate about the kids we share? Does he want to resolve our situation so I cannot be in limbo? Okay. Something for Southern Girl. Okay. So what is the energy between Southern Girl Jareel and Joshua? Is he all about communicating? Where does he stand? What's the energy there, Spirit? He is looking for a change. I do feel like if something doesn't change, something that he's doing doesn't change, he's in a cycle of some kind. The universe is going to make that change happen. There's decisions that he has to make, which is what you want, but I don't see him making a decision anytime soon. Because we have the Ace of Pentacles. So this is the decision that he has to make. So he's been putting it off. Okay, with that in reverse. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles in reverse. He's stalling. He doesn't know what he wants. But I feel with this cycle, he's stuck in some kind of cycle, and it's really going to knock him for a loop. Scorpio 1180 says, is it, I just had 3 deaths. Oh my God. Lost my dog. Yeah, I remember that. And I'm in deep depression. I'm trying to come out of it. I know. It's last year was super super tough for everybody. Um this is what the last full week of the year of the snake. So we're still shedding that skin. It's the last opportunity to shed that skin, to grow, to reveal. So the universe is going to give every opportunity to show us where we still need growth. Um, the growth that we have had over the past year. But the middle of next week is going to be the year of the fire horse. It's going to be a year of moving forward, leaving the past behind, concentrating on yourself, being strong, being in yourself, creating room for yourself, getting what you need, forging your own path. So, yes, it's still very, very difficult. And I've been feeling this heavy, heavy energy. But I do really feel like next week, a lot of it is going to be lightened. But I feel like the universe is really saying, okay, this is the last week that you really have to reveal to yourself, mostly, what you have, what you've learned through this past season. Look what you've come out of. And now Spirit's setting you forth on this path, and you're going to be unstoppable. And I really do feel that in my heart, that a lot of stuff is going to change because you've shed your skin over and over again this year. So just be thankful that you've learned those lessons. Be thankful for the time you experienced with those who passed on to the 5D. Be thankful that you can still connect with them through energy. And know that they've taught you lessons. You've learned lessons about yourself through the grieving processes, how you handle things. And this is all meant to have you grow as a person. And I know it's hard to see now, but you have lived through every shitty day, the shittiest of days, and overcome them. So imagine what's going to happen in the next year. All right, so I have Kirkley _21. Evening. Thank you so much. Wanted to know if C and I will go out on a date. Shuffling for Levi. Will C and Levi go out on a date? What's the energy there between C and Levi? Now, I can't answer yes or no questions with tarot, but I can let you know the energy that is underlying. I do feel like somebody's trying to control a situation, and there's some kind of lack of connection here. I feel like it's like a king energy, though. Like maybe there's like a father involved that doesn't want somebody dating, or maybe you're trying to think of sneaking out. Like this is an energy of controlling or winning at any cost. And this is a King of Cups energy. And I feel like this is fatherly energy. And it's like, well, if dad says I can't see you, I'm going to make it work anyway. You know, so I feel like maybe this person, there might be somebody in the family that's not on board with this relationship or something along those lines. And they're having a tough time. And they and you have other plans. I don't know if that's remotely close to the truth, but that's what I'm getting. Okay, thank you, Curly underscore 21. Pooja says, can you give me answer? Okay, to what? This is the first time I'm seeing you. How long will it take for me to reunite with Akhil? I don't really give time frames. I use the when it's time. You know? There is no... I do feel like there's a disconnection, though, with you guys. Now, I know that, at the risk of sounding stupid, I know that it is tradition that you guys have no contact. Or is it like if you are... Like, is there a reason why you have no contact? Just out of... so I can learn. Like, you want to reunite. If they want to reunite with you, why don't you guys just talk? Or is that not allowed? So, but I always say divine timing, but I do feel like there's a disconnection here. I do see that I mean, they think about you. But there definitely is a disconnection as far as emotionally. There's emotional disconnect. Like, you guys aren't even getting to know each other. How long will it take for me to... oh, here we go with spamming. Pooja, I didn't answer your questions because I'm going in the order that they're received. Southern Girl Dereal says, hello, does Joanna want to communicate with me? Shuffling for Southern Girl Dereal. Does Joanna want to communicate with Dereal? I feel like she's walked away. I don't think she's ready to communicate yet. Let me see. I mean, she still cares about you and loves you and still feels an emotional connection towards you, but isn't ready to communicate. Thank you, Curly 21. I appreciate that. Okay, so Pooja says, how long will it take for me to reunite with... oh, there we go again. Kusum Punya says, hello, how are you? Thank you, I'm doing well. Okay, Kusum Punya says, what are A's current feelings towards me? Thank you for liking and subscribing. I appreciate that. Kusum Punya, shuffling for Kusum Punya. What are A's current feelings towards Kusum Punya? A's current feelings regarding Kusum. A's current feelings regarding Kusum, please. I don't feel like we have the world in reverse. We have the Two of Swords reverse, so it's like they're trying not to communicate with you, or they haven't made the decisions. I just heard tongue-tied. So maybe they haven't communicated because they don't have the words. Tongue-tied is the phrase that I heard. So maybe they haven't communicated or got in touch with you because I'm assuming they haven't gotten in touch with you because the swords are upside down. That's no communication. But I feel like they're not communicating. They said, I heard tongue-tied. So maybe they don't know what to say. If that makes sense. Pooja NT6NN. How long will it take for me to reunite? Oh, here we go. Do you think my sister-in-law would have feelings for me? Eternal Flame 11 asks, do you think my sister-in-law would have feelings for me? Oh boy. I do feel like there's feelings there. With this Ace of Wands, tell me more, Spirit, regarding Eternal Flame 11. Yep. And they're keeping it a secret. Anja says, and Jana says, hello, it's good to see you. Please tell me what's coming in my career. And Jana wants to know what's going on in their career. Jana wants to know what's going on in their career, please. Shuffling for Anjana and their career. Shuffling for Anjana and their career. What's going on there? What's going on there, Spirit? We have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, which means that you might be pulling back from something or making less money, or maybe some of your paycheck is going towards something that you're paying off, or maybe you are investing in some part of the company like a 401k and you're taking home less money, something like that. But it's going to make you put your mind at ease. So whatever this is you're investing in or putting money towards is putting your mind at ease. Okay. Kusum Punya, I just answered that, so thank you. And Jana says, I got selected, but now issue is of location as it's a little far. Will everything get solved soon? Is everything going to work out for Anjana regarding location? Is everything going to work out for Anjana regarding location with her job? I do feel like you are going to find an amazing home and you're going to meet amazing people and have an amazing career. It might be a little rough to get started. You might have a lot to do, but in the end, it's going to be the right plan for you. Spirit, do you have any guidance regarding this move, this career? Oops, I just saw that. I heard don't just settle. Okay, so Anjana says, Ablash's feelings long distance in contact. Is he missing me? Oh, I do have the Ace of Cups. He does think about you. It's like sometimes he's thinking about you and then all of a sudden, or sometimes he'll just be going about his day and then he will think of you like out of the blue. And Jana says, what's coming towards me? Angel guidance for this month. What is coming towards Anjana for this month? What energy is coming in for Anjana? King of Wands energy. So you might have somebody approaching you. Somebody who wants to be a part of your life. And this might cause you to have some decision making. You might feel unclear as to why this person's approaching you. But I do feel like this King of Wands energy is going to make it clear. Okay, now what energy is here now for Anjana? What energy is here now for Anjana? What energy is here now for Anjana? Currently for Anjana in her energy. Thank you. Okay, so we do have another king that's on their way out. You might discover something about them. I feel like you're going to discover something about this other king. Maybe you're going to do something about it or take action or cut them off or something. Lady A says, thanks, B, for your time and advice. You're welcome. And Jana asks, what are blockages in Anjana's life right now? What are blockages in Anjana's life right now? Thank you. I feel like you're separating yourself from people or situations, and you need to get out to have more fun or reveal yourself more to people. It's time to get out. It's like you're separating yourself from people or holding back from people. Is there negative people around Anjana? What is the energy of the people surrounding Anjana? The Tower in reverse. You are going to make changes. These are planned changes that are being made by you. That's not negative energy. That's you wanting to make changes because of you. Page of Wands is not negative energy either. So I don't feel any kind of negative energy. This is like starting over new, being excited, wanting to start new things. This is excitement. Okay, so Pooja, since I asked that question about Akil, I'm going to move on to your next question. What is coming in my future? Finally, a different question. We have the Ace of Swords, so some kind of messages are coming in for you. In an opportunity, a slow-moving opportunity will be coming in for you. Now, this could be with a job, this could be with a person, but this is going to be slow and steady over the course of time. It's not going to be all at one time. It's going to be long lasting. Diva 1111 asks, hi, are you taking reading questions? I sure am for the next 8 minutes. Pooja says, how long will it take for me to read? Oh my gosh. I hate when people spam this because I get to every question, or at least I try to. It's so annoying. Thank you, Pran. I appreciate that. Pooja says, oh, here we go again. Diva 1111, what are Jay's feelings towards me? What are Jay's feelings towards Diva 1111? What are Jay's feelings towards Diva 1111? What are Jay's feelings towards... Ooh! Okay, so they're going to keep fighting. Okay, this might be somebody who is, maybe you brush off sometimes, or you get into fights and break up and come back together, and then break up and then come back together. But this person's not giving up. This person is in for the long haul. This person represents somebody who's gone to battle many times and is ready to get back in. They're not giving up anytime soon. And they see a future with you. They want to be with you. There's an amazing emotional connection between you two, and they're not going to give up. Thank you, Diva. Shahdan Sajit Shah says hello. Well, hello there. Curly underscore 21. She's doing this to kindly help people. So stop taking advantage. Oh, thank you so much, Curly. I appreciate that. That's so sweet. Mia Moore says, why does John want to stay in contact with me? He knows I'm jealous of his relation. Mia Moore, asking for Mia Moore and this relationship with John. Why does John want to stay in contact with Mia Moore? What's his intentions there? What's his intentions with Mia Moore? What is John's intentions there? Why does he want to stay in contact? What is the intention, Spirit? Thank you. Thank you. I feel like because he sees you as being vulnerable and he thinks he can win you over. We have the Star and the World. So he doesn't think you're trusting. He doesn't think that you will let him go. He still has some kind of control or power over you if you let him. And that is, in his head, that equates winning. He loves the attention, essentially. Mia Moore says general for the week ahead. General for the week ahead for Mia Moore. Can I have 2 cards for Mia Moore for a general energy reading? General energy reading, thank you. Ooh, balancing. Somebody has a plate full this week. Plate is full. Have a lot of balls in the air this week. And not in a good way. Yeah, you are in a hurry to finish something, a project, or maybe you're in a hurry for this week to be over. I do feel like you're going to try to control a situation and you're being advised not to. Okay, if you feel yourself like you're trying to control a situation, center yourself and let it go. Do not try to control the situation. It will not pan out for you. Shadan asks, my ex-wife wants to come back. Is it a good news for me or something else in her mind? Okay, what's this energy with Shadan and his ex-wife? What is this energy? Thank you. Woo! Well, I feel like she feels comfortable with you. There's a comfort there. You're familiar. There's a lot of comfort. And you're willing to listen to her side and fight for your relationship. But I don't think there's been much change there. She's still concentrating on things that aren't serving her. I don't think she has a real intention of paying attention to your actual relationship. There's a lot of energy focused on these spilt cups rather than this one she shares with you. So, it's free will, but I would definitely have a conversation and really find out the energy there before you she comes back into your life permanently. Elena, is that how I'm saying your name? Elena Jones. How does Jordan really feel for what I said to him? How is Jordan feeling about what Elena said to him? Asking for Elena. Asking for Elena. How does Jordan feel for what was said? How does Jordan feel about what was said? Oh, pretty good. He's having a good feeling about this. I feel like he didn't at first, but now he's feeling really good about it. I misspoke. It's not that he didn't at first. He had to let it settle with him, if that makes sense to you. How does he view me, generally speaking? He's not talking much. It's confusing. How does Jordan view Elena? Okay, this is going to be my last question. How does Jordan view Elena? Ooh! We have the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. So I feel like you're very highly regarded. I love that for my last question. That is some good energy right there. Very highly regarded. Thank you, Elena. Appreciate you. And I appreciate everybody who has joined in. Thank you for making this such an awesome live this week. I go live again on Thursday between 6:30 and 7. I will try to fit in another one either Tuesday or Wednesday. So hit that notification bell to let you know when I will actually go live. And I also have I'm posting a reading tomorrow morning, and that is going to be recent, past, present, and near future reading for the collective. So make sure you check that out, watch it, and click like, and don't forget to leave a beautiful comment about how much you love the reading. Thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I will catch you next time. And for the people I wasn't able to get to today, contact me on Thursday and I'll hit you up then. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye.